Okay, we're back of another Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, okay? So, we're almost at the end of episode Adachi, okay? So, I don't think today will be a long one. I assume that it will be like within an hour or so, okay? Because, excuse me, okay? So, we have like, we're in chapters 6, 7, 8, 9, and okay, there's only 10, so we are halfway through episode Adachi, okay? But then we also have here, this is supposed to be the true ending, okay? It's supposed to be the true ending, and we'll watch it right after we finish episode Adachi. Just like to wrap everything up, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, in the last chapter, we basically like, Adachi basically like bought us time, okay? He bought us time, and he faced off with, Minazuki, or was it Sho? Well, either way, same. Okay, so he bought us time, and the Persona 4 team came, okay, and mostly, the protagonist, okay. So it kind of showed that Adachi, he did learn from his mistake, and he did repent. If you ask me, like, I see Adachi, even though he's a criminal, okay, he's a criminal. Don't take, don't take it wrongly. Like, because of him, 2 girls died, and also, and although not directly, he's also the cause of death for Moroka Sensei, okay, and like that's something that he have to live with. But like, if I'm not mistaken, what's with Adachi is that Adachi, if I'm not mistaken, he grew up being, the elite student, the top student. But then once you start getting into work, okay, like, I think even Adachi understands, like, you are not gonna be the most glamorous. You're not gonna be the most glamorous part when you're starting off work. Even I think he understand that. But like, for him being, easy say, work sucks, okay, and being told that he's an elite, all like he's the top performer student, he's the best performing student, he's an elite, and then you start off at the bottom again, so it must hurt, okay. But that's no excuse for you to, take the life of others, okay, and even like try to end the world. So at the very least, when we face off with him, he kind of like that, like, yeah, it is pretty stupid. If I would have been friends with you earlier, things wouldn't be like this. But that's just wishful thinking, right? And he knows that, and that's why, like, right now, he's trying to make amends. He could just simply side with Minazuki and the rest, and and take out the Persona 4 and Persona 3 users, But he, from the very beginning, as we've seen like in the earlier chapters, he realizes, like, he from the very beginning, like, actively try to be on our side. He's basically the Joker in this whole. He's the Joker in the game, where he tried to deceive the bad guy, and at the same time, like, leaving hints for the good guys, okay? So, like, he still need to repent, but he did good, okay? So, let's go. Oh, Hinokagutsuchi. The first thing I see when I come to is Yukun fighting a giant monster. The creature is made out of countless shadows, moving as a giant whole. it's wreathed in flames, intense enough to scorch the entire world. That's what I call the end of the world. This also like the weird thing I feel about Hino Kagutsuchi. Like they're trying to make Hino Kagutsuchi like the same level as the final boss in P4, right? Or even Nyx in P3. Okay? And I don't feel that way because like it's not the most easiest thing to do, but it's not as hard as Nyx or the final boss in P4. Okay? Because both of them like they need to like for you to trigger them, you need to like go through a specific like set of sequence, right? Okay? But for Hiro Kaguchi, like basically he just needed persona fragments from all of us, and it's quite simple if you ask me compared to the rest.
あんな化け物を相手にするとか、いくらなるかみくんでも無理でしょ。
The situation looks bleak, but on closer look, Yugen doesn't look like he's losing. In fact, he's positively overflowing with energy, though it's beyond me where it's coming from. Could that be what all those bonds and friends stuff is about? By the way, he's dealing with the power that surpasses the realm of man. He's injured. He injured it, but without a way to deal a definitive end blow, the fight's at a stalemate. Yeah, like for me, I assume that it will be him summoning. It'll be him summoning the Izanagi no Okami. Okay, like P3 member, like it's Labris is the one that is the protagonist, right? For me, the only way I can see her defeating Hino Kaguchi, even though we defeated it, is basically like the bull and like she have two personas, right? Okay, well, one's a persona for sure, and the other one is like something of a shadow. If those two fuse together, I can see that they take down Hino Kaguchi. But other than that, I don't think that she can take it down.
日のかぐ土、それがお前の限界だ。俺たちの絆の力は何があろうとも決してお前などに屈することはない。お酒はむしな。我は負けぬ。何よりも強い我は。
The monster lets out an immense roar and raises its humongous arm, aiming to destroy the ground Yugen is standing on. The tower isn't going to take much more abuse. What with all this shaking? Not even a persona user could survive a fall from here. He's seriously a pain in the ass. Shit! I quickly summon my persona, Magatsu Izanagi, and attack the monster from behind while it's busy with Yugen. Rended Magatsu Izanagi, my persona's blade, covered in blackish red flame, strike the monster's arm and knocks it away.
Adachi-san. 何やってんだよ。せっかくお膳立てしといたのに、僕が起きる前に片付いてないんだもんな。
Still, at this rate, there's no telling if you have the stamina to keep going. The monster might even make a comeback. But if I keep it distracted, there might be an opening to finish it off. Fine, I'll play along a little bit.
君ばっかにいいとこあげらんないでしょ。ちょっと下がって休んでなよ。
By the way, this is a bit of a spoiler. Like, there are 3 people who are blessed. Okay? And there are 3 people who are blessed. And I assume the 3rd person also have Izanagi as well, okay? So, you have the base Izanagi, right? And then, like, Adachi have Magatsu Izanagi. And I assume Namatame, he have the 3rd Izanagi. Okay? Because, like, he's also blessed, right? And I assume his, like, Namatame's Izanagi would probably be Izanagi Picaro. Okay? What would happen if the 3 of them, like, get together? You know? Well, we did see here what's gonna happen next is that both of them are gonna work together to take it down. I know Yukun can be a space case sometimes, but it looks like even he understands what I'm getting at. Not bad, kid. I love myself a small smirk as I look up at the giant body hanging down from the sky. The monster glares directly at me, its murderous intent piercing me like a gimlet.
水無月くんから聞いちゃったんだけどさ、君僕の中に残ってる力が苦手なんだっけ？己死に損ないが、しゃしゃり出てきて我が前に立つか。
The giant body, its massive arms, the stern jaw, flames spewing along the entire length of it. Damn, that's scary. Yugen's got to be a grade A moron to try and take this thing on. I don't think there's anything in the world I want to protect strong enough to face this thing. But, you know, being this deep in the shit is kinda exciting. Fine, I'll take a stand. Not for anyone else. I stand for myself. I'm trembling with exhilaration building up in my heart and the fear of what I'm about to do. But I can't hold back a sardonic grin as I shout up at the face in the sky. Wait, what? Are we gonna fight? Oh. Ah. Damn it. Yeah. Oh god. Like normally with the other two fights I just use I just spam the combo, but it seems that we don't have a combo with Adachi. Damn. And I remember, oh shit. Wait, I was blocked? What? I was defensive. What? I wasn't on defensive. Oh. Damn it. It's pretty hard with Adachi. Oh no. Oh god. Oh, this one is just. Damn it. Yeah. There's no combo for him. Hmm. Oh no 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 no! I hate this. But it's not the most powerful attack you have. Oh no. I think that one you need to block from the bottom. What's this? Oh! This one's a blow. Ah, come on. Ah, come on. Oh, come on. I was on defensive. You know, sometimes like I can dash, you know. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. He was aiming at the bottom. I was on defensive. Oh no 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 no. Oh, not again! God damn, we're gonna lose for sure. Oh no. Ah, come on! You know what? What the hell? Okay, we're just gonna leave it on auto next. Wait, what the hell's that? What's that? You see? Like, even he, like, attacked the bottom part. Like, he doesn't have a bottom. And even the AI can't, like, get through it. I think that's Mazio. Nice. That's a good hit. See? He missed. Like I left it on auto the whole time, okay? See, even the AI can't hit it. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Ooh, nice. Can he defeat him? Oh, that hurts. Uh-oh. Yeah. Even AI can defeat it. Maybe I'll try. Megidora? Evil Smile? Once we have enough, we'll try to use Evil Smile. Heat Riser, Ghastly Whale, Magatsu Mandala. Maybe I'll try this. Oh. Seriously? That didn't... I guess you can only block if you time it correctly. Oh no 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 no! Oh. Look at that. Look at the chip. Ah, God, we did. Yeah. Adachi is not good with boss. With... Oh, come on. Oh, no, 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 no. How do you step back? Seriously? Oh. Huh? I tried to use the Omi drop, but it doesn't say it's supposed to be in the air. Oh, damn it. Okay, I think I'm gonna let him use a little bit. Did anyone hit? Did anyone hit? Seriously? Oh, it did. Oh, this one's okay. Finally! With Loudness and you can actually like basically leave it on autopilot. My body's so hot, I feel like I'm burning up. Just breathing hurts my worn out throat. With the relentless blaze scorching me, I'm half expecting to collapse into a pile of ashes at any moment. I was thinking that maybe I could finish him off, but I'm just too exhausted. It's all I can do. It's all I can do to stand up on my own 2 feet. But it looks like my efforts weren't for nothing. The giant monster gives a roar in pain from all the damage it took and recalls for a moment. From a fair bit away, Yukon is watching me with a look of surprise and bewilderment. It's not the same look he had last year when he confronted me in the TV. There's no hostility in his face, no caution in his eyes. I see nothing in his expression but concern for me. It's annoying. Alright, now's our chance. I give Yukon the sign, and he answers with a nod. A power I've never felt before begins boiling up from the depths of my body. The two Izanagis, one dark, one light, resonate. Our powers merge together as to become one giant force inside the two of us. I take that strength, revel in it for just a moment, and unleash it all at Hinokagutsuchi. We were we were both given the same power, but he's evolved. Ah, damn it. We were both given the same power, but he's evolved down a different path than mine had. So in other words, doesn't that mean Adachi also have the potential to like go on a final form like a Magatsu, like a Izanagi no Okami? But Magatsu Izanagi no Okami, is it? I can tell it's only grown stronger since the last time I saw him, and while that power pulls at me, I can feel it squeezing me dry. Okay, remember like some Izanagi no Okami? Like basically, like he had the bonds with all of the he have the bonds with he have the bonds with all of the social league that he had, right? To finally form Izanagi no Okami. Now he doesn't have that, okay? he may master a bit from like the P4 team members, but you're still missing out like Dojima, Nanako, like those who are outside the party members. So right now, I assume that right now he's trying to like pull off Izanagi no Okami, but using Magatsu Izanagi as his fuel, I assume. The torrent of power becomes a giant sword that pierces Hino Kagutsuchi, and its body shatters into pieces.
日のかぐ土化け物はお家に帰っちまえ。
As it screams its death cry, the monster's body crumbles into bits. The flame coating its body flares up one last time. Now it's over. The tension that kept me wound up so tightly reaches its breaking point and snaps. I can only briefly see the floor rushing up towards me as I collapse to the ground, and then everything is blackness. Blackness. Darkness, isn't it? There's a couple of words that I feel off. It's like during this chapter. My rules. And here, if I'm not mistaken, is when he fell. Like, that's when Elizabeth come and contact you. And like, do you want me to save them? Yes, I'll save your friends. At that time, like, you was not sure whether Adachi and Sho is considered as friends. When I come to, I'm lying face down in that part of the TV world where these old TV sets are stacked around like blocks. I don't remember how I got here after finding that monster, but one thing for sure, we annihilated that monster from the world, and there wasn't a single victim created by this entire incident. As long as that's a fact, I don't care about the rest. I fulfilled my objective. I managed to sit up and look around. Sho is lying on his back on the floor, and Yukon is looking at me as if he wants to say something.
ほんと嫌になっちゃうよ。僕は二度と君たちと会うつもりなんてなかったのにさ。
足立さんがここへ来た理由、やっとわかりましたよ。
Just a moment. Let me just raise the volume a little bit. Okay. And here. Okay. That kid talks like he knows me. Don't you go making a relief face like that. I purposely ignore him and walk over to Sho. I slap him on the cheek.
君も派手にやられちゃったね。
Sho opens his eyes slightly and groans in pain. It looks like he's awake, but he doesn't have the energy to move. The madness and intense murderous intent are both gone. All he does is breathe. Well, looking at him like that, he's no different from your average kid. I remember when I was in the same condition as him. He reminds me of myself, just a little.
だから言ったろ。力なんて制御できないって。
全部終わったのかよ。
まだ全部じゃないんじゃないの？おせっかいな彼らが君のリセットボタン途中で押しちゃったんだからさ。
When I look over at Yukon, his eyes go around in surprise. Oh, come on, you didn't know? No wonder he's enjoying his youth so much. He doesn't realize all the important things going on around him. Idiot.
いいんじゃない？子供は子供らしく好きなことして過ごしなよ。僕さえ巻き込まなければ。今のうちだけだよ。 社会人になっちゃったらほんとろくなことないしね。
Shows like me, a man consumed by power, he's still got plenty of chances to start over. You'll find that out, whether he likes it or not. The connection between people are also chains. They brought me nothing but trouble. So I can understand why Sho would want to push that crap as far away from himself as possible. But the troublesome thing is, once you start making connection with other people, they start winding their way around you before you notice it. Even when you're suffering from weakness and pain, they just don't hold back. But depending on how you handle it, it can create possibilities for you. In other words, whether you make use of the connection or let them go to waste is all on you. Plus,
簡単にどっかへ逃げ込めるほど世の中甘くないってことさ。じゃあ僕はそろそろ帰るよ。鳴神くんのお仲間が来ちゃったらまためんどくさいこと言われそうだし。
足立さん、戻るんですよね。
何それ。どっかの海外ドラマみたいに僕がこのまま逃亡するとでも思った？
いえ、そういう意味じゃ。僕
はさ、静かに過ごしたいんだよ。こんなのに巻き込まれるの二度とごめんだから。
I spit that at him and as I stick my head into one of the TVs stacked up here. As I'm about to shove myself the rest of the way in, I hear a voice. The desperation in Yukin's voice startles me, and my heart skips a beat. I can't help but pull myself back out. Being caught off guard like this surprises me, but like hell I'm going to let him know that. I decide to play things off as normally as I can.
大きな声出すなよ。びっくりするじゃない。で、まだなんかよ。
堂島さんが区切りがついたら会いに行くって言ってました。
勘弁してよ。堂島さんなんかに来られたら塀の中でまでどやされちゃうじゃない。
I can already see it in my mind, and I make a face. Seeing that, you can laugh. That punk.
そうかもしれませんね。足立さん、頑張ってください。
You call me back just to say that? Good luck? My luck is none of your business. Seriously, he's still the same annoying brat I knew from before. I load all the venom I can master into throwing that word Yukun's way. I don't know what face he makes when he heard it. I've already stuck my head into the TV, saying my farewells to this world for good. I'm going back to following my own path. This time, I'm going to make sure I won't be seeing them again. I slowly close my eyes. I'm exhausted to my limit, but it's an oddly pleasant feeling. Wait, I thought it was 10. Oh, this is 9th. Remember, we still have the true route. The one thing that bothers me is that why is he wearing a suit? I don't expect him to wear like a inmate, like an inmate set, but at the very least something more casual. Oh, it's been a few months since that P-1 CLIMAX bullshit. The prosecution's case finally rested in the middle of summer, and I was transferred to the detention center. Going to court means that there's a possibility that I'll get the maximum penalty under the law. But instead of worrying about that, I'm more relieved that all those troublesome days are finally over. You know what? I'm quite conflicted because, without a doubt, we saw that Adachi like take out two girls. Well, we'll take out two people, okay, and then a third indirectly, okay. So because like it happened pretty early on, so we don't have much um like connection with them, right? But we can see it from Yosuke that he was down because of Konishi Senpai's passing, right? Because he likes her. So with that, okay, we have to think about Konishi Senpai and Yamano Mayumi as somebody that it's definitely they have to be sympathized because they are innocent. But at the same time, like Adachi did kind of like repent. Him getting the maximum penalty under the law feels a bit too much, but not getting it also feel like he's been letting off a bit too easy. So we got like, I wonder how they're gonna balance it out.
しかしここまで長かったような、あっという間だったような。
Last year, I lost at my own game. Having to put up with this shitty world, one day I was suddenly given a special power. That's when my game started. I had lousy human relationship, a boring job, and was part of a corrupt society. If I could destroy it all, I could remake the world in the way I wanted. And I'll admit it, I enjoyed the game, as if I was trying to fill my own empty heart. First part, really sympathize with him. Second part, no. Because what you mean by the game is him basically like playing around with the P4 users, manipulating Namatame and stuff. And of course, without a doubt, what happened to the other with those two. So really left it conflicted, which is why it's a good work. Is that there is no black and white answer. It's gray. So with the best of your abilities, you have to judge whether Adachi should receive sympathy or punishment. Even the pressure of the unknown creeping up on me gave me the ultimate thrill. But eventually, I lost to the brats from the investigation team and was arrested as the serial killer who had terrorized Inaba. Game over. After it was all over, the only things I had left were my experiences and my rules. All games have rules, of course, and once I was caught, I decided that I'd follow the rules of this reality to atone for my sins and confess everything to the police. And yet, if some mysterious corpse who died of unknown causes was found hanging somewhere, they declared the case open again and start suspecting that the true killer was still on the loose. But he know he can bend the rules and make this happen, but I assume he won't. If that happened, it will mess up the rules I set for myself. Yeah, see? He can bend the rules, but he don't want to do that. You know, there's another question I have in mind right now. Like, without a doubt, you enter the TV world by going through a screen, right? So here, my question is, can you actually enter with a mirror or something? But I think that won't fit. I'm not going to stand for that, that's all. Because of the recent commotion, and by how I was mysteriously gravely injured while in custody, it means that my incarceration is going to be even longer while they try to figure out what happened. I was starting to get tired of all these goddamn psych evaluation as well. I keep telling them I'm going to follow the rules of this world, so they should take things a little easier on me, right? Yeah, it's still 50-50 with this. Seriously, the people in charge of this are so hard-headed that it's a pain in the ass.
って言っても暇なのは変わらないんだよな。ひょっとして前の方が退屈しなかったかな。
I throw myself onto the moldy smelling tatami mat in my cell and yawn loudly. Just as I'm drifting off into space of sleep, I hear footsteps approaching from the hall.
おい、面会だ。
絶対堂島さんでしょ。
I roll my eyes and groan inwardly. Just as Yukon said, the instant my indictment was completed, I got a letter from Dojima-san saying he'd be coming to see me. What timing? Dojima-san was waiting for me to be moved to the main detention center, and I feel like he's caught
今
me.
さら会ってどうしようって言うんだが。物好きだよね、あの人も。
This is so awkward. I thought I cut any ties between me and Dojima-san the moment I was
会うの
arrested.
か会わんのか、どっちだ。
これだから嫌なんだよ。
I stand up without a word to the guard. Refusing wouldn't do any good. I of all people know how persistent he can be. I squint in the harsh light outside the door where Dojima-san is waiting for me.
おう。なんだお前。前より太ったんじゃないか。
堂島さんのしごきに比べたら塀の中の方がマシですから。
なんだとおい。
Dojima-san laughs at my taunt. I can't stop myself from smiling either, and I look down quietly so that he doesn't notice. I threw our connection away, but it came back. I cut it, but it wouldn't stay cut. What happened to his family anyway? I assume like the family will kind of like be disappointed at him, because remember, he's a elite, okay? He's a overachiever. So if that were the case, like they probably wouldn't want to visit him that much. They will do the bare minimum, but even I would assume that the mother won't be happy with her. Like another bond that Adachi had is, remember that he has this neighbor that think of him as the son because they both share the same name. The bonds between people are really troublesome, and yet somewhere inside me, I can't help but feel a little relieved at the way things turned out. I guess having a bond like this isn't so bad. I think that to myself, but I incidentally murmur out loud too. But the sound slipped away, lost among the call of cicadas outside the window. The end. We have to watch it. Because like we watch it 3 times. Please don't be a full one. Please don't let it be a full one like the other 2. Yeah, it's gotta be a full one. Remember, we still have one last one, which is a true ending. Like, I really wish. No, P3 doesn't have much potential to like continue on further because P3 protagonist passed away, right? But P4, the whole team is like alive and well. I really want to see them in, you know, at the very least, go to university together, you know. Okay, thank you. We have another one, okay? We have another one. And finally, Awakening. This is supposed to be the true ending. I wonder how it's gonna be different. Wait, are we gonna fight again? You remember, even though Hino Kagutsuchi is supposed to be like a god, but he's being brought to by bits and pieces of shadows. So this is not his full power. Hino Kagutsuchi's giant arm swings up high in the sky. This isn't good. If this face takes a direct hit from the enormous thing, never mind sweeping me off my feet. It could destroy this entire tower with all that quaking. Ah. Faster than I can call my persona, the other Izanagi flies towards Kagutsuchi from behind, slashing its giant arm and knocking it back.
何やってんだよ君。せっかくお膳立てしといたのに、僕が起きる前に片付いてないんだもんな。
The way he scratches his head and rolls his eyes, without a doubt, that's the Adachi-san I know. Did he save me? Up until now, he just dropped hints for us here, and they are here and there, never doing anything to help us out directly. Seeing me surprised at this small change, noticeable only to those who know him, Adachi-san furrows his brow. He displeased in a ever so slightly embarrassed way.
ちょっと何ほげちゃってんの。僕も暇じゃないんだからさ。さっさと蹴りつけるよ。はい。
I can feel it. The two Izanagis respond to each other and melt into one. I never felt this fusion of conflicting powers before. They eventually coalesces into a sword, which launches itself towards Hino Kagutsuchi's enormous roaring form.
Izanagi!
giant sword formed with the torrent of power pierces Hino Kaguchi and disperses his body into fragments.
火のかぐ土
悪意はついえたわ。でもこれからがあなたの本当の戦い。
Wait,
あなたはどうするのかしら。
that's the moment.
戦い。私も興味深く見届けさせていただきます。
The two sisters are here. Wait, what?
水無月
Blue glow? The frenzy that was raging only a moment ago has damn it. A moment ago has unbelievably quieted down. There's only the cool and the calm moonlight in the air. The red fog has disappeared. Somehow, I feel like time has stopped here.
あいつは
I don't have to ask who he's talking about. It's easy to figure out. Let me guess. Minazuki. He's asking about Minazuki, the other self within
わ
him.
からないお前をかぐ土から守ろうとしていた
But then, if you remember, like, in the other ending, like, Minazuki is still with him. Oh man.
そうか
He's different. The madness and childish denial he'd shown up till now is all but gone. And now he's just standing there with an air of quiet, icy menace. I think like he merged with him. Like Minazuki and Sho merged to become Minazuki Sho. It's like he knows everything that happened when he was with
目が覚め
Minazuki.
たら病院にいた知らないやつばかりで今がいつなのかもわからなかった
Sho starts to talk. His clear voice is missing the intimidating quality it used to
金
have.
だけ払われてたよ半永久的にね出どころはだいたい予想がついた幾月修二かそうだ孤児だった僕を好き勝手いじくり回して意識を失ったらゴミみてえに捨てたクソ野郎さ
Minazuki Sho was one of the orphans collected by the Kirijo Economics Research Laboratory as a test subject. Yeah, basically he's part of SEGA. Well, the group that SEGA came from. Ikutsuki Shuji, the man in charge of the research, implanted a mysterious artifact known as Plume of Dust into Sho's
僕
body.
にとってはあの研究所が全てだった子供の頃は何でもやったよあのクソ野郎が喜ぶことが嬉しかったんだ水無月まあそんなことはどうでもいいとにかく目覚めた僕には腐るほどの金と僕の知らない世界が残されてたわかるだろう僕は戦いしか知らねえこの世界で生きてく方法なんてこれっぽっちも知らねえんだ
I assume it's still a lot, but I don't think it's like crazy. I think back to what Mitsuru said. By the time Sho was old enough to think for himself, he had been taken in by the research lab and placed in confinement, cut off from all the contacts with the outside world. The only other person Sho knew was Ikutsuki Shuji, who was in charge of the research at the time. And when Sho lost consciousness because of Ikutsuki's experiments, he was sent to a hospital. I can only imagine how the world must have looked when he woke up all alone in that bed.
僕は病院を抜けて生きるために世界に出た。そう、あんたのいたこの稲葉でな。
お前は稲葉にいたのか。
ああ、退屈だったよ。退屈で退屈で死んじまうかと思ってた。その時、あの霧の日の殺人事件が起きた。
まさか。
そうだ。僕は全てを見ていた。あんたたちが何をして何と戦い、あの事件を解決したのかをな。
Good lord, Show's known about us for longer than we knew about him. He's been observing us all
楽
this
しかっ
time.
たよ。胸が高鳴った。戦いの匂いがした。あんたは僕と同じだと思った。そんであの事件が解決する直前、あれが僕に話しかけてきたんだ。世界を滅ぼしたいかってな。
家具土だな。
そうだ。水無月が計画を立てて、僕はそれに乗った。そして僕はお前たちと戦った。
It's just as I thought. Show doesn't really want the world destroyed. What he really yearns for is a world he can
水
live
無月
in.
絆を恐れるな。お前もラビリスと同じ。戦うために作られ、戦うことしか知らない存在だ。だがラビリスは俺たちの大切な仲間だ。
It's like when Yosuke, Chie, and my other friends accepted their shadows. It's an obstacle Show must overcome as well.
それでも
But we're gonna fight?
それでも僕は切り合うことでしかあんたたちを感じられない。
Expected.
いいだろう。お前が切り合うことでしか絆を感じられないなら存分に相手になる。ただし誰も巻き込むな。
Just like that, life returns to Show's eyes. Along with it, the scar on his forehead and his eyes shines a purer bluish white, and I can sense them. I can sense the fire of life, much stronger than before, surging through his entire body. He can control it? Not only that, but something rises behind him. It's the persona that Minazuki was using. But that was Minazuki's one. He happened to open up his own. But this is Show's true unbound strength. Oh wow, it looks like this strategy was a failure. I can't go easy on him at this rate.
くせえ、ほら
Round final. Fight!
Come on! Come on! Shit. Damn it. Oh.
黄昏の羽に宿る人格から引き継いだペルソナをこんなにもすぐに使いこなしてみせるな。
Yeah, the volume.
あれほどの力を持つお客様は久しいわ。彼にとっては末恐ろしい後輩の登場といったところかしら。この先が本当に楽しみだわ。
なるほど。あの髪の赤い方はお気づきになられたのですが。
ええ、ここで起きたさまざまな出会いがあの子に変化をもたらした。
この先彼の行く旅路にはさまざまな出会いと、そして戦いが待っているでしょうね。 あの部屋の新たなる客人として。
エリザベス、戻る気はないの？テオもあなたのことを気にかけているわ。この場所にも来ていたはずだけれど。
あら、そうだったのですか？私、全くもって犬毛の先ほども気づきませんでしたわ。そう。では、私この辺でおいとまいたします。不肖の弟にお伝えくださいませ。私の旅はまだ始まったばかりだと。
花子、まだ旅を続けるのね。エリザベス、私いつかあなたが客人となってあの部屋を訪れてしまう気がするわ。
What? Did you wait? What? Okay, if you remember that in one of the episode with Elizabeth, like I think it's the original one where she went into the, like, in front of the gate, and we saw a wild card forming in front of her. So she does awaken the power of the wild. But I don't think it'll be that crazy enough to put Elizabeth as the protagonist though. Wait. There is a rumor that the next protagonist is gonna be a girl for P6. Does that mean she's also one of the candidates? That was a close call. My blood ran cold many times during the battle. I fought with all my might without holding back at all. Cho was fast. His slashes were sharp, but he fought like a veteran warrior who's gone through intense training.
気分はどうだ？
ち、僕の負けか。絆を築いていたやつの強さなんつって。はあ、ダメだ。ギャグにもキレがねえや。
また何度でもかかってこい。相手してやる。
Yes, this isn't the end. For sure, this battle is only the beginning. The only way Sho could form a relationship with others was by hurting them. He started this mess because he wanted so badly to have those bonds he couldn't attain. But in every strike he aimed at me during our fight, I think I sensed his wish for us to accept each other and to boost one another up. Which is how it should be. A connection with others can be a great strength depending on how you face them. It helped us grow. Sho took hold of the first chance he had through whatever means he knew, and he offered it to me. I intended to accept his challenge with all my might. I wonder if that's got through to him.
これからどうするんだ？さっきも言ったが、みんなは
そこまでだ。積極くせえのはうんざりだぜ。いつか絶対ぶっ殺す。首洗って待っとけ。
Sho makes his smirking vow and then disappears, flying far away from here. All I can do is smile at his rather smug attitude. On seeing Sho leave, Margaret approaches
無
me.
事に済んだようね。素晴らしい戦いだった。私も心が躍ったわ。再戦が楽しみね。
こちらとしてはできれば当分遠慮してもらいたいくらいですよ。
そうかしら。あなたたちのこの出会いもいつしかかけがえのないものに姿を変えている。あなたの望みは知らないけれど、あなたにはそういう力があるのかもしれないわね。
さあ、どうでしょう。
It's true that I've made wonderful friends here in Inaba, and it's those friends who've allowed me to overcome my trials so far. But that's not because I'm special or anything. I'm sure the same thing will happen to Sho from here on now.
ところで
too.
知らせておくけれど、赤い霧が失われた今、この場所は間もなく消滅するわ。あなたの友人も早く脱出した方がいいのではなくて？
That's right, I completely forgot about that. This tower is only an illusion that came out of the red fog. So now that the fog is gone, this place will turn back into a regular old Yasogami
お願
High.
いがあります。
あら、何かしら。
この塔にいる仲間たちを安全な場所へ移動させてくれませんか。
Margaret falls silent as if thinking for a moment, then turns to smile towards me.
そうね。私も少しは楽しませてもらったお礼をしなくてはならないかしら。それではあなたたちを安全な場所へ送りましょう。
ありがとうございます。
ではまたいずれ。ベルベットルームで。
After those parting words, I'm enveloped with a white light. As my vision begins to fade, I see the open space I was just in start to peel. As my vision begins to fade, I see the open space I was just in start to peel away from the edges and crumble without a sound. There's another question I have though. What happens after the case is finished? Can they still go into the velvet room?
これは
Oh, what the hell are you doing here?
一足遅かったのですね。今まで感じたこともない凄まじい2つの力、そのぶつかり合いを見逃すなんて、この目で見ておきたかった。
そろそろ気が済んだかしら。
姉上、どうしてここに？
私がここにいては不都合でもあるの？
いいえ、そういうわけでは。
それであなた、エリザベスには会えたのかしら？
私はエリザベス姉上を探しに出たわけでは。そうです。私は姉上ご所望のコーラを求めて付近を散策しておりました。本当でございます。その証拠がこちらに。
What? Huh?
まさかコーラがあんなに頑丈な金属の箱の中に隠されていたとは。箱の解体に少々時間がかかりましたが、何一つ壊すことなく分解し、手持ちの1万円を全て入れて元に戻しておきました。まさかこちらの世界の方々がコーラを買うたび自らにあのような苦労を課しているとは。私はまだまだ未熟者です。
By the way, Theodore, if I'm not mistaken, his voice actor is Suabe Jinichi, the voice actor for Archer in the Fate Stay Night. I'm kind of a fan of him.
そんなことはいいわ。それよりあなた、こちらの世界は見てきたのかしら？
もちろんでございます、姉上。私がこの場で出会った方々は、互いの絆というものを信じることで、己の持つ本来の力より、はるかに大きな力を発揮されておられました。聞けば、彼らがそうした力を発揮できるのは、絆で結ばれた仲間と共に、その先にある願いを叶えるためであるとか。
そう。驚いたわ。あなたにしては上出来よ。
私が思いますに、姉上もそうした願いを見つけられたのかと。
エリザベスも？なぜそう思ったの？
私の思い込みかもしれませんが、姉上の後を追ううち感じたのです。もし姉上は己ではない誰かのために自らが成したいこと、そしてなすべきこと、つまりは願いを見つけられたのではない。
Wait, this feels so much like they're setting Elizabeth up to be like a protagonist, you know? She did awaken to a wild card.
姉上？
そう。いいわ。それで、あなたはどんな絆を手に入れるつもりなのかしら？
そうですね。まずはこちらのコーラで乾杯いたしましょう。こちらの世界の方々が絆をより強固なものに線として行う荘厳な儀式と聞き及んでおりますので。
先が思いやられるわね。さあ、戻りましょう、テオ。
お待ちください、姉上。
day. So this is probably the epilogue. Episode P4 True End. Wait. Now they're finally getting together. Now they are free. May 6th, a sunny day in contrast to the grey sky of yesterday. Even though this is the last day of Golden Week, the juniors food court seems pretty quiet. Normally it will be crowded, more crowded than usual, but the reason it's empty is it's obvious at a glance. The people fled into the store like a receding tide, afraid of the bizarre crew who just showed up. This includes a man covered by not much except a cape, a costume hero, a woman in thick fur despite the summer heat, and 2 robots.
おお、貸し切り状態じゃんか。経営とか大丈夫なのこれ？
いや、いつもは混んでるんすけどね。親父にバレたら殺されるつか、これ俺のせいかよ。
Even Yosuke seems to be at wit's end as he answers Junpei's up. Teddy in his usual costume rather than normal clothes, but thanks to the idiosyncrasies of the Shadow Operative, he doesn't stand out much at all. After the night we solved the case, we decided to take this opportunity to throw a celebration party with everyone. I don't know the details of how we got started, but since Labris wanted it to be at some place bustling, Yosuke took the bold step of deciding to hold it here. What I want to know is, how did it not occur to him that this would happen?
では、本日はお日柄もよく。
花村先輩、もうそれ飽きた。
いいから早く進めちゃえって。俺っちもう腹ペコだぜ。
もう俺ギブ頼んだ相棒。
In addition to our usual members, the Shadow Operators joining in has made our group pretty big, and Yosuke gives up as everyone stares at him amidst cat calls. Oh well, if someone falls, then another will follow them up. That's how our investigation team rolls after all.
それじゃあ行きます。せーの。
The modest party modest? Well, maybe about the food, but not about about participants. The modest party kicks off with a toast. No one must have gotten much sleep since last night, but they are all having fun chatting. Some are reuniting with friends they haven't seen in a while, and others are meeting new people for the first time.
今日は暑いクマね。ゆかちゃん、その格好は暑くないクマか。お胸のチャックをもう少し下に。ほら、変なとこ触んない。クマさん暑い？ほな、うちがチャック開けてあげる。ほいっと。
Uh-oh.
ラビちゃん、そっちには開かんクマ。そっちはダメ。あれ？どれでしもた？いやー、クマ、中身の美少年が出られんくなるクマよ。っていうか、美少年って言えば天田くんだよね。なんかこう天然でオーラ出てるっていうかさ。確かにそうかも。守ってあげたくなっちゃう感じするよね。
僕がどうかしましたか？
へえ、ほんとだ。その辺の女の子よりお肌綺麗だし。
Wait, what?
ケンケンめ。先はクマのポジションを狙ってるクマね。そうはさせんばい。ああ、やっぱ着替えとか買えばよかったよ。これじゃ目立ちすぎだっての。いっそのことマスクかぶってれば逆に。あれ、マスクは
？Huh? You knew it. Oh, I thought she's the one that killed it.
おお、視野がかなり制限されるな。このままロードワークに出れば視界不良状況下のトレーニングにはもってこいだ。
どんな状況下ですか？トレーニングどころか通報間違いなしですよ。
へえ、師匠意外と似合ってるかも。アメコミヒーローみたい。いい師弟関係が築けてるみたいですね。すっご。山岸さん工学部なんだ。私数学とか苦手で、理系女子とか ちょっと尊敬しちゃう
Ah, damn it. Like, hearing all of this, it's like they are really trying to push Chie and Akiko though. I admit their hobbies or like their passion match, because both of them like martial arts. Well, one likes martial arts, another likes boxing. Okay, so put them together, MMA. Okay, and then both of them like are very passionate about protecting people. Like I say, I really want Chie to, to end up with Yosuke. Like those two have synergy, you know?
そんなことないよ。コツさえつかめば大丈夫。ねえ、工学部って何するとこ？ユキコ知ってる？実験するんじゃないかな。ほら、隠し味とか入れたり。
あれは実験だったのか。
桐城さんはどんな男性がタイプなんすか？やっぱいいなずけいるとか。
私か？昔はそんなこともあったな。今は任務のことしか頭にないが。
But at least like,
おお、どさくさん紛れで桐城先輩に言い寄るとは勇気あるな少年。手強いぞ、覚悟しとけよ。
いおり。
いおりさんって面白いな。お笑いツートップの一人かも。
え、何？もしかして俺リセチーに褒められちゃってる？
褒めてない褒めてない。で、お笑いツートップのもう一人は誰なの？
なんで全員俺を見んだよ。失礼すぎんだろ。
天城先輩、そろそろ俺にも撫でさせてもらっていいっすかね。
もう少しここにいたいってね、ケンゴロー丸。
だからいい加減名前を覚えてやれよ。お前ら返事すんのかよ。
ですからそういった局面ではやむを得ない場合もあるわけです。なるほど、さすが白金さん。名門白金家の名前は伊達じゃないですね。まあ多少ダーティーな戦法ですが、ケースバイケースですよ。
伊達にダーティーでありますか？直人さん、今のはダジャレですね。音韻のパターン整合が敷地を超えました。
違いますよ。今のはたまたまです。
we've been fighting all throughout the Golden Week, and we're only just now getting a moment to catch our breath. The party goes on with the usual drift from topic to topic. I eventually noticed that Labris has stepped away from everyone to stand alone in the corner of the food court. So I go and talk to her.
ラビリス、どうした？
ちょっと街の方を見とっただけ。この間はあんまり見られへんかったから。いろいろ見ときたいんよ。
Labris gazes past the fence into the distance. The area around here is just an ordinary country town. It's hard to think that there's anything novel about it. But this is Labris, who's been asleep for over 10 years. Everything she sees must be fresh and new to her. And not to mention she's been basically like locked up since the moment of like she became operational.
そうか。何が見える？
いろいろやで。たくさんの人がおって、みんなそれぞれ一生懸命に生きとる。なるかみくん、ほんまありがとう。
Labris suddenly bows formally to me. Did we do something? Is she just thanking us for helping her out?
今回は俺たちがラビリスに助けてもらったじゃないか。お互い様だ。
But Labris slowly shakes her head. I guess that wasn't what she meant. So what then? I can't think of anything else she could be thanking us for. For being a friend? For her accepting her when she has nobody?
そうやないの。うちな、ずっと眠っとって何でも初めてばっかりなんよ。こないに大勢集まってする打ち上げ言うんも。
なるほど。楽しいか？
みんな楽しそうやし、うちも楽しなる。そんでな、分かったことがあるんよ。なるかみくんらもシャドウワーカーのみんなも普段は一緒じゃないとか、そんなん関係ないんやね。
Labris and I look back towards the group. Where is it? Okay, Labris and I look towards the group. There's no investigation team or shadow operatives anymore. Only a cheerful time shared between friends. The bonds we forge won't disappear, no matter how far apart we may be. There's something I learned from Mitsuru-san and her people. They all went their separate ways, but they reunited here even after quite some time, because of this case. I hope our investigation team will be like them from now on. I think we have it in us. What happened over the last day was our first step towards that goal.
そうだな。でもこのゴールデンウィークに出会えた俺たちも同じだろう。
そう。また会おうって約束して、昨日の今日やけど、またここに戻ってきて、大変やったけど、こないに楽しいことが待っとった。だから、おおきに。
だったら俺もありがとうだな。
You? Can you stop rizzing girls? Like, we still don't know, like, who you supposed to be with, you know? Well, it's up to the player to interpret it. Like, if the party member, for me, I feel like Yukiko for me is the best. Okay, personal bias. Okay, personal bias. But still, though, I wish like they would at least like infer to one of the like who he is interested in. But if we take the hint from the game, it's Nanako. Okay, remember, don't forget the first thing that was said to the first thing that sticks in the first Persona 4 arena. Shishkon Bancho. Okay, a smile naturally formed on both of our faces. After Labris had a good laugh, she looked straight at me.
水無月くんもきっと大丈夫やで。ずっと一人で今まで誰とも関わらずに生きてきたかもしれへんけど、これからはうちらがおる。
ああ、水無月の試練はこれからだ。人と関わることで俺たちはいくらでも変わっていける。
Yeah, but why is he? Labris mumbles to herself and looks into the distance once again. Her expression is bright. It's like he really is human. And I have no doubts that Sho can make just as dramatic a transformation. It's truly a wonderful day out. The sun's risen high up in the sky, casting strong shadows on the rooftop. The clear blue skies of Inaba look as though they are blessing our futures. The end. Yeah, I'm gonna lower down the volume. Let's see if there's anything. I really wish that they will just do like one that you cannot skip instead of everything you have to watch. The credits, you know. I wonder when 6 is gonna come out. But seeing this, it seems like they're trying to like place Elizabeth. Although it's like low-key, they're trying to place Elizabeth as like the next wildcard holder. But then, like, how are we gonna like, if you ask me, like the protagonist will kind of like have to go through a lot of like new awakenings. In a sense, I can understand like everything is new to her, but the protagonists are supposed to be like, you're going to place yourself into them, but the fact is that she's a girl. The male audience are gonna feel off, but then again, for girl players, like, they have to go through that. I don't mind having a girl as a protagonist. I just want to see how it goes. P5, like, we do have like the P5 tactics. We do have the dancing game. I'm kind of surprised they don't have the fighting game. But then P5 have the app, yeah, the smartphone game, the gacha game. I totally forgot to check on the voice for Theodore, but I'm quite confident in my voice recognition that it is Suabe Junichi. Okay, so that's all. Okay, we finished the whole game. Well, there is a 1% here and there, but it's all settled. Okay, but what happened to show? It's up for debate, but well, this is you would say it's a spin-off, you would say it's a continuation, but either way, I think I'll, like, it is a bit like overlapping, okay, with episode P3. I feel like episode Adachi is still okay because Adachi is like on the other side of other, like, episode Adachi is without a doubt from episode P4. Episode P3 is a bit off because like it's a similar it runs similar to episode P4, but Labris is the protagonist. It's good because like in the epilogue we did see like a lot of like what happens to the P3 members, especially the most touching one for me for episode P3 is without a doubt having Labris being able to like meet with her creator with the base personality, and that really touches me. Okay, like if I were to choose one scene, I would choose that. Okay, but overall it's it's long, but I wouldn't say it's totally fulfilling. but it's a good guilty pleasure. Let me just check how long I've been playing it. 70 hours. 70 hours of story. Not bad. Okay. So 70 hours of going through all the story, but most of it came from here though. Like this one, I really want them to like fix it because like it's just super draggy. Okay. Other than that, it's fine. But with that said, like we can close the chapter on Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, okay? So after this, like I'm only gonna stream one game during the weekdays, okay, which is like on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I want to give myself time to relax. So Tuesday and Thursday will be my rest day because this past 2 months or so, I've been streaming almost every day, and it takes a toll on me. So I do want to relax a little bit, okay? So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna continue on playing Dark Deity, and I'll be keeping an eye on Expedition 33, okay? If it's good, we're gonna play after we finish Dark Deity. But with that said, that's all for now. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.